I still can't believe this happened. But first off, let's go back to the beginning. I'm Lilith, a 26-year-old artist from Germany, and last year I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Before my MS diagnosis, I was a photo artist, mostly taking photos of my, let's say, non-existent mental health. But I had to quit photography when my MS first flared up, because it really messed up my vision. And it's not easy taking photos when you can't see. Like I could see, but not very well anymore. But I still needed to express myself. Like, that's what I live for. I have to express myself. And now that my favorite medium isn't accessible for me anymore, I had to find something new. Something easier, physically easier, and that's something that is easier on the eyes. And that's when I found my old watercolor palette. And I started painting my thoughts, my emotions, my symptoms. I started painting the illness I was diagnosed with, but don't really understand. An illness so complex and unpredictable. I just wanted to understand what is going on with me. So I did what I always do when I'm facing something my mind can't really comprehend. I visualize it. And that's how my series, 1,000 Faces, started. 1,000 Faces is my watercolor project where I visualize every emotional or physical impact MS has on me. Like, I give all these symptoms their own face. I personalize these aspects of MS. So I, but also everyone else, can actually take a look at this invisible illness. I primarily started this project for myself, so I could understand the illness I was diagnosed with. 1 year ago, when I started painting, I had no idea what impact my art would have. By now, I've received hundreds of messages by other chronically ill people telling me that they see themselves in my artworks and that they finally feel understood and seen through my art. And like this, that's such a huge praise, being told that my artworks actually help others, not just me, but other people deal with their illness. And it also shows me, and I hope also it shows to you, that we are not alone with our condition and with the difficulties we face in life due to our condition. And like, that's already such a huge praise, everyone. Thank you so much. But then in April of this year, a journalist wrote an article about me and my art for my local newspaper, and a quite big article, by the way. And like, oh my gosh, that was already so exciting. Like, she came to my home and interviewed me, and there was this cameraman taking a photo of me for my newspaper. Oh my gosh, like, this was, oh my gosh, I would have never expected that. And I would have never thought of what was coming next. Because, like, 1 week after my article was printed, I opened my phone and saw I received a new email to my business email, and I read it, and it was from a journalist working for a German TV channel, telling me that she read my article and she found my story very inspiring and she really likes my art, and she would like to film a short documentary for one of their TV formats, if I would be interested in that. And I remember exactly, like, I was sitting down and just read this and thought, like, okay, yeah, sure, like that's someone trying to ripping me off. But it was legend. It was a real journalist working for a real German TV channel who really, really wanted to film this documentary about me. And oh my gosh, like this already made my year, guys. Oh my gosh. And as I said, this was in April. We already filmed in the beginning of May, just one day, but like 6 or 7 hours with no break. But just because the filming was done in one day, don't expect it to be like done in one day. We were in constant contact, like by email and like via phone for a whole week, like constantly. So it was a lot of work and it was very time consuming actually. But so worth it, so worth it. And as I said, just reading this email and realizing that it's a real email already made my year. But it was nothing compared to actually seeing myself on television. Oh my gosh. And don't ask me why actually, but the best feeling, or the best part was like right in the beginning, before my clip even started, when the host of this show introduced me. And this was so awesome, like, oh my gosh, just casually sitting in front of my TV and watching TV, and then suddenly this host in this television studio saying my name and introducing me and my art and just being like, here, watch her. Oh my gosh, this was so cool.
Lilith aus Nierstein ist Künstlerin. Das ist nicht ihr richtiger Name, sondern ihr Künstlername. Und so möchte sie auch genannt werden. Vor knapp einem Jahr bekam Lilith eine niederschmetternde Diagnose. Sie hat Multiple Sklerose, eine Erkrankung, die bislang als nicht heilbar gilt. Wie diese Diagnose ihr Leben verändert hat, das erzählt sie uns jetzt, ganz persönlich.
And then this short documentary about me started playing, and it's perfect. Like, I would have never ever expected it to be this good. It's so awesome. So even if you don't speak German, I can still recommend it. You can find the link in the description of this video, also on my website. Like, watch it. It's so good. And like, I was watching it with my family, and like we were talking about it, just short, just like cleaning our classes, and I was drinking my wine, and then I went outside and right away called my journalist just to say thank you because it's so good. And as you can probably tell, I'm still a bit excited about this, even though it's already been a few days now. I didn't even tell you about it. It aired on the 27th of July at around 7 p.m. A date I will never forget. Yeah, so it's been a few days, but it's so very exciting. As I said, it literally made my life. Like, best day in a long time, if not even ever. Yeah, awesome day, awesome experience. And I honestly would have never expected that to happen. Always hoped for something like this, but I would have never expected it, especially not this fast or soon after starting a project. So it's absolutely awesome, and I'm now seriously excited about my future. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what my future has to offer. Life's pretty okay lately, actually. Whew, yeah, beautiful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon.